my channel. So today I'm going to talk about how I prepared for labor. So if you're looking for a video about what to do during labor, I kind of touch on that on my natural birth story video. So if that's what you want, watch that video. But this is everything I did, like months and everything leading up to labor. So the first thing I want to talk about is Hypnobabies. A lot of people have great things to say about it, and I totally agree. Essentially, there's like a book slash workbook and audio. I didn't read the book or do the workbook as much as I should have. I really didn't do it at all. I just listened to the audio with the schedule that they set up for you, and you like listen to different CDs. We use the Xbox to listen to it. It's really relaxing. It has like very positive affirmations in it, like my body's able to do this, I am calm, like it's just saying stuff like that. You kind of just listen to it. I listened to it before I would go to bed, but you can listen to it at any time, and it's just super relaxing. And then you actually kind of training your body over like kind of the last 2 months or so of pregnancy, and you're training your body to just get in that like sort of hypnotic, relaxed state. And I can definitely say that while I was in labor, I was in a hypnotic state. There's things that happen during labor that would have bothered me, but I was just like, so like, I don't care. For example, like some people that were in the room, you know, were seeing everything, was out in the open. I didn't even care. I was just like very mellow and calm, and all was good. So yeah, I can't recommend Hypnobabies enough. It can be kind of expensive if you buy it like straight from the internet, straight from their website. So maybe try to search around, put out a post on Facebook Marketplace that you're looking for one maybe, or you know, maybe you can go to the library. I'm not sure. I ended up getting mine, I think I saw it on Craigslist for a super good price. So maybe you could borrow it from a friend. I know I let someone borrow my set. So before you buy it full price, see if there's another way you could get it. Y'all, I researched and researched. I found it while I was pregnant, and while I was researching for this video, I tried to find it again, and I couldn't find it. I don't know why, but when I was pregnant, I found out about like this method. This doctor kind of found out that the last like 6 weeks or so of pregnancy, you don't want to be eating any like sweets or a whole lot of heavy carbs, things like that. But essentially it's like you don't want to be eating those things because they like sort of block the pain, dendrites or something like that. So in other words, if you're not eating those things, then essentially the summary is that you will feel less pain during labor. You can try to research it on your own. If you know what I'm talking about, please comment and tell me, and so that other people can know what it is called too. And if I ever find out, I'll put it in the description below. Okay, the next thing is, well, and to go back to the no sugar thing, I did that and my birth was pretty pain-free. So the next thing is Christopher's birth prep. So my midwife recommended this, and she recommends it to all her clients that they take it. I definitely think this helped, and if you read like reviews on Amazon about it, it's just people not saying enough good things about it. So the idea behind it is that it makes the uterus contractions more efficient and effective. Kind of the same idea behind raspberry leaf tea. I was taking, it was at the time I was taking like 2 a day, and I forgot one night if I had already taken them or not that day. So I was like, okay, you know, I want to keep like my body in rhythm of taking these, but I don't want to take 2 just in case I already took 2 that before. So I took 1 more, or it could have just been 1 that whole day, or it was ended up being 3 that whole day. I'm not sure, but that's the night I went into labor. So take that for however you want to take it, but yeah, so I took that maybe around like 10 or 11 p.m. and then went into labor at 3 a.m. like that night slash morning. Yeah, so I gave some of those to Dennis's sister, and she also had a quick labor. So yeah, and I would definitely take it again in my future pregnancies. And it's just herbs, it's very natural. So yeah. The next thing is dates. So there's been a lot of studies done, and you know, with like a control group and then those who ate dates and things like that, and essentially findings again and again are showing that those that were eating like 6 dates a day leading up to pregnancy, I think it's like the last 6 weeks or 4 weeks or so they recommend, and they had shorter labors and less likely chance of like needing interventions and things like that. So I read that and I'm like, hey, if I get to eat 6 dates a day and you know it could potentially, you know, help anything, like why not? Because dates are so delicious. Okay, the next thing was drinking raspberry leaf tea. I literally had this like really pretty little, I want to say gallon, but I think it's bigger than a gallon, with this little cute like spout. I made up a whole big thing, and so throughout the day I was just drinking that like as if it was my water. I would definitely do that again too. So essentially the thing behind the raspberry red leaf tea is that it prunes your uterus to do better contractions and things like that. And I want to make a note, this is kind of going into what I did during labor, but just like a bonus tip. When I was going into labor, I told myself I need to say that like I welcome all of these contractions like coming, and that like, all right, like here we go, let's do this. And so I kind of had to like force myself to say that, and so that's kind of showing that there was like a block there, and so the fact that I forced myself to say that, so I went over the kind of, you know, block that was there, and I told myself, no, like, okay, I'm ready for this, let's do this, I welcome these contractions. And I think me saying that like really also helps speed up my labor, make my contractions efficient and things like that. Because if your body senses any like, oh wait, I don't know, am I sure I want to go into labor, you know, it's gonna maybe go slower or things like that. So I recommend right when labor starts, welcome it, like literally say it out loud or say it in your head, something, but you can't like be holding it back, you know, just welcome it full on. Okay, another thing I did throughout pregnancy was Kegels. We all know, and I'm pretty sure all midwives and OBGYNs are hopefully recommending this to their clients. Yeah, so pretty much those muscles that are going to be pushing during labor, that's just what you're working out with those Kegels. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing them. They are not fun, and I don't think they're easy. And they take so much focus and attention. But anyways, yeah, just like have a little, I talk about this in my how to stay positive after a miscarriage video, having like a little tally of, you know, like take vitamins, take prenatals, work out, do Kegels, have a little checklist of things you want to be doing and mark it off, and you'll feel very like accomplished and things like that. You'll get to see everything good you're doing for you and the baby. Yeah, so just put Kegels down somewhere and like be able to check it off that you're doing them, because it's something that's like you don't really see any results for, like, so it's kind of hard to feel good about doing them. So that's what I suggest for Kegels. Another thing, you want to be working out as much as possible. You know, I was working out every day for like, I was doing a 20-30 minute YouTube video that I literally did every day. I liked the video so much. I'll link it below. On top of that, I would suggest like, you know, going on walks, you know, whether it's like a relaxing walk or a brisk walk. That's really good, especially towards like the end of pregnancy, and too if you're wanting to like bring on labor. I know that walking is definitely good for that. The next thing, positive affirmations. So you kind of get a little bit of that with Hypnobabies, but you want to be saying more than just while you're doing Hypnobabies. You want to tell yourself that you're healthy, your body is made to do this, you've got this, you're going to have a intervention-free labor. Billions of women have done this before you. So, you know, I remember before I, you know, had Ellie, before I ever went to labor, I always wondered, like, what does this feel like? Am I going to be able to handle it? And it's really like the unknown, you know? And I just want to tell you that I know that feeling, and you can do this, and your body was made for this. So, you know, there's people that if they're in like a coma or something like that, their body will actually have the baby by itself. Your body literally knows what to do. We are so like perfectly crafted and things like that, so don't worry, like you will be able to do this. Your body can do it. So, and also there's like, I was reading like women in China, there's like a story, this woman like she had the baby, and then like 15 minutes later she was back out in like the rice field working, you know what I mean? So don't worry, you are strong, you got this. The next thing, get plenty of sleep. So there's also I was reading about a study where the people who got less than 6 hours of sleep had, you know, maybe a little bit more longer labor or things like that. So definitely make sure you're getting enough sleep. I know it's difficult, and getting to sleep while pregnant is not always easy. It's not always the most comfortable, but yeah, try to do all you can. I know magnesium can help with sleep, things like that, kind of calm you down at night. So these are a couple things I didn't do. So there's something called the perineum massage, and that's where you're kind of massaging the area with like, what was it, wheat germ oil, almond oil, coconut oil, things like that. And that's the area between like the vagina and the anus, and you're massaging that to kind of help just get it ready for labor, essentially. I didn't do this. I did end up tearing a little bit. So am I gonna try this next pregnancy? I'm not sure. I need to research it a bit more. So yeah, I'm not against it. I just want to let you guys know about that theory if you want to research it more or try it out. Like I said, I'm not against it. I can't say though, because I didn't do it last time, or when I was pregnant with Ellie, I did end up tearing though. So if you're trying to prevent tears, it might be a good idea. I might try it next time. Also, of course, you can start while you're pregnant researching if you want a doula. I know that, you know, they can definitely be something you would want. My midwife was kind of like my doula, so I didn't feel the need to you know, seek that out or anything. But if you're more in like the hospital setting where there's not that like kind of tender coaching, you know, maybe a doula could be great for you. So yeah, just something to think about. And another thing is doing a lot of squats. I did squats, but it was just like during the workout video that I told you about. I didn't like do extra on my own. But maybe next pregnancy, you know, if I have time, it's definitely something I would consider. So yeah, and then I just wrote again, walking is my last note, but I kind of already mentioned that when I was talking about working out every day. So yeah, that's all my tips. I want to do a video about like kind of what I did during labor to stay calm. Yeah, I did the natural delivery video, but that was kind of just talking about my experience, how it went. You know, I woke up at 3 a.m. with contractions, you know, that type of thing. So maybe I want to do a video more dedicated to how to cope with the pain and everything going on during labor. So that could be a good video for me to make. But Other than that, I'll just review everything really quickly again, and then I will see you guys in the next video. So, Hypnobabies, no sugars, last couple 6 weeks of pregnancy, Christopher's birth prep, eating dates, raspberry leaf tea, Kegels, working out every day, positive affirmations, get plenty of sleep, perineum massage, a doula, like research, find a doula, and squats, but make sure you don't do those if baby is in the breech position, and walking every day. So yeah, that's what I did, and a couple things I didn't do, but yeah, I hope this helps. Congratulations on your pregnancy, congratulations on getting closer to meeting your baby, and I hope everything goes so well for you. Praying for you and all my viewers, and you've got this, and your body was made for this, and I believe in you. And thank you guys as always so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.